Welcome back to this video, and in today's video I'm going to take you through how I was able to get to pass maybe AWS restart course. So I created this PowerPoint and presented to the teacher, and this is how it went. So I am doing this video to do like a guideline on how maybe to pass that interview. I checked online and there is no video about how to do this in Kenya. So let's get started. So first thing first, we need to understand what is AWS Restart. So AWS Restart is a program by Amazon and Ajira Digital, and it's all about teaching people the crowd computing technology. So AWS has their training program, and Ajira Digital now integrated with AWS in order to train Kenyans. So through this collaboration, that is why we have AWS Restart here in Kenya. But in another country, I was researching, I don't know, they have partners who train about people. So I think now we understand what is AWS Restart and what is Ajira Digital is. Ajira Digital is a program by Kenyan government to train its citizen on how to earn money online by working online. That is basically what Ajira Digital is trying to do. And also it's teaching its citizen. They have like what we call adult classes. They teach you a skill, mainly the digital skills. Also AWS, their main goal for the future growth of their company, AWS is owned by Amazon. So Amazon came up, Amazon they own AWS. So their shareholder thought about it, like in order for people to consume AWS, they must train people in order to get those skills. So Amazon shareholder thought about it. I think they have a goal on about teaching about 1 million people or something on AWS technology. So now what is AWS? AWS basically is cloud computing. So we can ask ourselves, what is cloud computing? Now cloud computing is the ability to rent out IT infrastructure over the internet and pay as you go or pay as you use. So basically that is the cloud computing. You can basically, maybe if I have a powerful computer, they have created a technology whereby you can be able to, if I have a powerful computer, I can put it on the internet. You can come to me, use that computer, then pay for the resources that you are using. Maybe if you are using for 1 hour, you pay for that 1 hour and then terminate that computer, and your data is stored on that computer. Just basically what I think about it, cloud computing is basically renting a computer, and a computer basically it involves networking and softwares and memories. That if we boil down what is a computer, it must have networking, it must have memory, it must have also storage, and that is the cloud computing part. So if you are an organization, and cloud computing allow you to rent a computer through internet, and you will pay for what you own, just basically bringing down the cost of owning the physical hardware. So if we ask ourselves what are the organizations which provide this cloud computing cloud, we have AWS, we have Microsoft Azure, we have Google Cloud Platform, and basically I have not used Azure, but I have used Google Cloud Compute. So also I forgot to say, Huawei also have a cloud platform, and as I said earlier, AWS is a program by Amazon on to teach people who may be underemployed or people who are trying to kickstart their career in IT. So they created this AWS Restart program on to teach all those people the technical skill about cloud computing. And basically when you finish this AWS Restart course, you will get a AWS CCP certificate. CCP means cloud AWS Cloud Practitioner. So, and cloud practitioner, that certificate like teaches you basic of IT, basic of cloud. It's a good program, I tell you. So so like now we understand what is AWS. Now we need to know who AWS services, which is that one. Like we should get one example of AWS service, and we have various services that is offered through by AWS, and we have the most famous one, EC2 instance. Basically EC2 stands for Elastic Cloud Compute. And basically you are renting a computer by using that service. You are physically renting a computer. It's created to you over the internet and you can use it. And EC2 gives you, like, you can be able to select, I want a computer with this OS, with this kind of storage, and with this kind of internet speed, I guess. And also we have another service called S3. So S3 is like Google Drive in AWS. Basically this is where you store all your maybe static data, video, photos. You upload them through S3, and S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. And you store your data in what they call bucket. That is why we have this representation of a bucket. And now we go to what is covered in AWS Restart program. First of all, you are taught about the cloud computing essentials. You are taught about what is cloud computing. We are taught about what is AWS services and their use. We even this is a basic introduction on what is cloud computing, and then you are taught about the security parts. When you deploy resources of the cloud, when you deploy resources on the cloud, basically they are supposed to be secured. And also now you are also taught about Linux, because what is taught, I don't know, I have not verified this fact, but they say most of the world servers run on Linux. So you are taught about Linux fundamental. You are taught from basic side. You are taught about like how to interact with the command line interface. You are taught about the file system of Linux, and also something that is very good, you are taught about how to use shell scripting for automation. Because you are using command line, now you can be able to maybe like write some code and save them in a file and use it for shell scripting. And you can use that code maybe to install something when maybe you write a code and schedule it to run after 3 months or something. That is covered in Linux fundamental. Also, we are taught about Python. I have not really understood why we are taught Python, but it is there. You learn about the basic. You learn from 0 to maybe a 2 from programming. You understand a lot, and because this is a guided program, you have a teacher. They teach you the basic skills in kind of a class setup. Also, you are taught about network terminology or network technology. So I loved this course because it taught us about networking. You use maybe like Wi-Fi every day, but maybe you don't understand that technology. How does it work? Why is it your phone is communicating to the router, and how is that process happening? So if you go through this course, you will understand everything about that. And now that those basic are also transferred on how you can be able to network your cloud, your cloud resources, because in the cloud we have like something called a VPC, and VPC stands for virtual private cloud. So when maybe you are creating resources on VPC, you need to understand what is networking. So, and the last part we are talking about database. We are yet to reach there, but I think in the internet and in the computing world, database are very crucial because people generate data and that data need to be stored. So I think they will teach us about that. Okay. Then now we can demonstrate on what is a Elastic Cloud Compute. Elastic Cloud Compute, as I said, is a computer that is basically accessible on the internet. You can install your own OS, you can select your own storage, and the good thing, you can be able to even mount, like the way AWS is created, you can be able to integrate other services. So in that computer you can mount your S3, so it's like your Google Drive. So you can mount your Google like a USB drive on your server and access those data. So, and the last point is like a use case study. So earlier, before doing this program, I had did something that I found very useful, because as I said, we have other we call them what, cloud provider. We have Google Cloud Provider. This one. We have Google Cloud Provider, and I use that service in order to create a maybe what, a project, and that project involved me. You see, when you write code, maybe when you are using a programming language like Flutter, you can be able to write code on your machine, and you send that code to something like GitHub. And if you are using, say, a device like a Windows machine, you cannot be able to write code on iOS, or maybe you cannot be able to write code targeted for iOS services. But in such a case, you can rent a computer, a MacBook, or a Mac family computer, computer on the cloud, and it can be able to learn your code and give you like a proper iOS app. So the way I used it is I connected Google Play Store, and I connected with GitHub such that I could be able to upload code from my, I could, you see, when you write code on VS Code, I could able to write that code, and then I could be able to push to my GitHub. And when I push that code to my GitHub, after processing it, could push it to Google Play Store, and Google Play Store then would publish my app. So I found that to be something so interesting. So as I was saying, I write my code on my computer, I just push one button, it goes to GitHub. So after going to GitHub, then GitHub takes care of everything. It pushes that code to Google side, Google platform, and Google platform is able to publish that code. And it was doing that so fast, and he could send me an email after doing that. So basically, if you create this presentation will help you do that. I lost that video. I did not save it somewhere, but I will check for that. I love that case, and maybe in future I will do a kind of a demo or a tutorial. So basically, now you can be able to pass an Ajira AWS listeners interview. So bye bye.